I'm Rylan Marcus, and I'm here with Jimmy Crawford, correct?
Jimmy Crawford.
And we're here to talk about the Lovington tennis team. What do you think of your team this year?
I think our team's going to be pretty amazing. On the boys' side, the boys' tennis team has won district for the last 2 years in a row, and we did not lose a single player off of last year's team. And so we hope to go and win the same thing this year.
Try to go back to
back, 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
And we have actually, the Lovington boys tennis team has not lost a district match since we've switched to 5A.
So y'all have improved from moving down to up instead of unlike all the others.
It's been good for us. It's been a good move for us. Anyways, but competition's always hard, and we have to show up and play. And so the boys have a lot of veterans out there, and so I think they're going to do the same thing this year. But again, we can talk about it all we want to, and there's on paper it looks like that you maybe have the advantage, but you never know unless you go out there on the courts. On the girls' side, we have a good team, good returning team coming back. Only lost one senior off of last year's team, and I have a lot of good tennis players playing this year, and so I think that we're going to be able, on the girls' side, that the girls we're going to be able to compete for a district title as well. It's going to be a fight for us to be able to get there, but with the talent that we have and the work ethic that we have, we can do it.
So you're saying you have a lot of leaders this year?
Yes.
More. That's good. And is there anybody you're really worried about in district this year, or you think you're...
Well, I'm worried about them all because, and you never know when you coach high school kids, you never know what kids are going to show up. And so when you're dealing with 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, sometimes it's you really don't know what team's going to show up. So everybody has an off day. Everybody has days that they just don't feel like going out there and doing, performing. But it's my job to make sure that they are prepared, that they're trained, that we've gone through the level of conditioning and the mental preparation as well as the physical preparation. So when we get there to the courts, there can be no excuses. We got to lay it all out there on the line. So as far as anybody that I'm concerned with, I'm concerned with them all. I want us to win them all. I want us to go undefeated.
Go undefeated. That's a huge statement right there. And
last year, the boys' team only lost 2 matches all year.
Only two all
year.
And girls?
Girls' team last year was about 500. Had a rebuilding year last year, but those girls are coming back full force now. So we're going to have a successful year with them.
So you have any new improvements to the team? Nothing really too new.
Yeah, I got a lot of new kids out, and the new kids that come out, it's awesome to see them play tennis for the first time. Because to be honest with you, when like baseball or football or basketball, let's face it, kids, they'll have a basketball, they'll be exposed to that. So in school or in the front yard, okay, somebody gives you a basketball, you go and you shoot, and so you have that practice growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And football, kids, boys and girls get footballs, and they throw it around with their friends and their family and that kind of stuff. So they're exposed to football from an early age. Same way with baseball. Baseball, either it's baseball or softball, they're exposed at an early age. Somebody's out there pitching something to them, and they're swinging a bat or a softball bat, and getting the job done there. And so they're exposed to all these different sports. Tennis is a sport that no one's really exposed to. And so whenever you get exposed to tennis for the very first time, let's be honest, it's not fun, because somebody throws you a ball, you hit it, and you got to run and chase and get it. And then you come back and you do it again, and pretty soon you feel like either, number one, I'm a track star because I'm doing nothing but running, or two, I'm the world's greatest baseball player because I'm hitting all these home runs. So tennis, once they're exposed to it, and once I expose them to the mechanics of tennis and showing them the right way to play and being able to progress them on the journey, then it's always exciting for me to be able to look and see what I've been able to accomplish. Especially like on the boys and the girls right now, we've the boys team. If we qualify for state this year, it'll be the 12th year in a row that Lovington boys tennis team has qualified for state. That is pretty phenomenal. 12. There's not another sport that could say that. So 12 consecutive years, the Lovington tennis team has qualified for the state championships. So that's pretty amazing. The girls, qualified for 9 consecutive years, and then we kind of hit a wall and kind of had a hiccup on that, and so we've been rebuilding for a couple of years. But I plan on the girls this year. I plan on us starting with number 1 again, and trying to work up from that way.
So you said 12 consecutive years. How long have you been coaching?
I was the one that kind of, I don't want to say started that, but under my coaching, that's when we started going to state. So when I took over the program, we had some wonderful people that helped out and helped coach the program and get things further along, and so that helped me out drastically. So I've been coaching the program for 14 or 15 years.
So you're 14 or 15 years, you've made state 12 times in a row with your boys.
12 times in a row.
That's great. And you have any notable players this year you think are going to have anything great?
You know, I think that, always when you look at players, is you got some shining stars, and it's tough for me to pick out one shining star. I got on the boys side. On the boys side, I have Reed Figueroa that's been playing good tennis here lately, and he plays doubles as a specialty with Luis Aceves, and they have a great shot. Last year they got 3rd place in the district, and so in doubles, and so they had they got a berth to state last year, and then also on the singles side I got Juan Martinez and Rick Hernandez. They're both seniors, and again they're stepping up, so they're playing good singles right now. So I look forward to them qualifying for state as well. And then you got Christian and Cameron Crawford. Christian and Jace Crawford.
Jace Crawford.
Yeah, Cameron was a few years back, but Jace and Christian Crawford, and they won district last year in doubles, and they got 2nd place in doubles the year before that. So they've qualified for state for several years in a row now. So those are bright spots. Also bright spots in the boys is brand new tennis players. Melky, I call him Melky Cabrera. Mentor Pena, he's a bright spot. He's a young man that came out and he's picked up the game pretty fast. I have Jalen Clayton that came out, also brand new. He picked up the game pretty fast and is learning the game of tennis. Dominic Rodriguez, young man that's come out, and his serve is highlight of his game right now. Sergio Lujan is right there in the mix. He came out last year, and he's like a veteran of the JV squad there, and he's doing a good job. And then Juan Hernandez is also he's a 9th grader, and this is his 2nd year. He's doing a good job. And I have a couple of 8th graders on the boys' side, Cy Till and David Corrales. That's going to be a force to be reckoned with in years to come. So as far as the boys tennis team is going to be a force to be reckoned with for a while.
So it's looking like it's going to stay strong.
It's looking like it's going to stay strong. On the girls' side, we're starting off again. I told you we qualified 9 years in a row, and then we had as a matter of fact, that 9th year we got 2nd in state that year, and then the year after that was kind of a little hiccup that we had, and good players, but we just fell a little short, and so for the last 3 years. We have fallen short to go to state qualifying, but we're going to change things this year. Stacy Garcia is my number 1 player right now. Hits the ball extremely well. She's a senior. She's a leader on the team, and so Stacy, I look forward for big things for Stacy. Cecilia Asensio has been something of a bright spot for me. Cecilia worked hard in the off season, and we did weights, we did cardio, and we did strength training with weights. And Cecilia is hitting the ball as hard as anybody, any girl that I've ever had hit the play tennis for me. She's stepping into it. She's using those strong muscles of hers and that technique, and so she's just popping. That forehand of hers is pretty amazing. So Cecilia's doing a good job. Other notables on the girls' side as well is I have Dylan Davis. Dylan came out brand new last year. Didn't know the game at all. And I'm pretty excited that in a year's time of teaching her to play the game, she's one of my top players now. Fantastic foot movement. She's able to move around and she could get to any ball that anybody hits over the net. Boy or girl can hit a ball to her, whether it's a drop shot or a lob, and she's quick, very quick. She's going to get to it, and so Dylan Davis is a bright spot. Other young lady is Andrea Ochoa. Andrea played for me last year. Andrea's coming back this year, and she's improved on her game as she improves on her forehand, and she's developed a slice now that's good. So Andrea's going to be another bright spot. And Fernanda Valdivinos de Dios. Fernanda is another bright spot that has really come on. Her game, she started last year for the first time brand new. She has developed a game now. She's starting to understand the game. There's a difference in playing the game and understanding it and how to strategize.
Mm-hmm.
And Fernanda right now is learning. She's in the in-between phase of being able to kind of play the game, but now translating that over to strategy, and so she's doing a good job. Brand new players on the girls' side: Yvette Peters as a 9th grader, Darian Quintana, 9th grader, and I also have Kaylee Mahan, 9th grader, and I look forward to seeing what they can do in years to come.
So when does your season start?
Our scrimmage against Carlsbad starts February the 7th, and we'd like to invite everybody out to our home matches. Please come out February the 7th at 3 o'clock as we scrimmage Carlsbad. It's going to be a good match for us. And then our next home match after that is February the 24th and 25th as our home tournament then. But our matches start February the 7th is our scrimmage, and then February the 10th and 11th is tournaments. And we have tournaments every Friday and Saturday from February all the way into pretty much the first part of April.
Wow. Well, that's all my questions for today. I'd like to thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for supporting Wildcat Tennis.
Yes, sir.